The sleeping machine will help, but again, it really comes down to exercise and
Hmm.
just eating healthy and actually taking care of your body.
Hmm.
It is a temple.
Hmm. I think everyone should be more vegetarian. I mean, I think a lot of people are used to having like the either the pastas, like just straight starches, or just meat all the time, meat and potatoes or whatever, right? But I think everybody could benefit from being more vegetarian, having more servings of vegetables in their day.
There's a really bad stigma that when you hear the word vegetarian, it's like,
Mm,
ew, well, what do you eat? I'm like,
mhm,
well, actually, I eat a lot of really great, hearty, delicious meals.
mhm,
Like, I think people think I eat air and grass. Like,
mhm. Straight
Well,
salads.
you definitely are changing. You know what?
yeah,
It's a stigma of like what people are not educated about things that they don't know, right? Like
yeah,
Mhm.
you don't. I could stand here and tell you and educate both of you probably on network marketing because you probably know nothing about it except that it's probably a fucking scam and a pyramid scheme, right? These are the things, and like ideally, yes, it would be, but you also have to be careful when you're eating a lot of vegetables. So, scrolling moment, but my husband has a kidney problem. He gets kidney stones, and kidney stones are actually, if you eat too many dark green leafy
Legumes.
vegetables,
Yeah.
that can create kidney problems. So, you have to be educated on the types of food that are going to be beneficial to you as an individual
Yes.
because your genetic makeup, my genetic makeup, and your
course.
genetic makeup are all very different, and I can't consume a lot of fatty foods because I don't have a gallbladder. So I have to be very careful if I eat a steak because an hour later, my stomach is bloated and it's just not fun. So I have to be really, really mindful, right? I have oral allergy syndrome. So I can't eat freaking any fruit that comes from a tree or a bush, like, which is no fruits, by the way. So you have to know what's going to be right for your body
Yeah.
and what's going to serve your organs properly to be the healthiest, best version of you, right?
And you're right. It comes down to research. You might have to do a little trial and error. And I mean, I tried being vegan, like I went cold turkey a few years ago, and I epically failed because I didn't educate myself. I didn't do the research.
Yeah, you can't just go boom,
Yeah,
boom.
and that's what I did. And I don't recommend that to anything in life, whether it's food or working out or anything you do in life. But like I started with a slow transition from cutting out seafood to switching my milk from regular milk to like oat milk, coconut milk, cashew milk, and just slowly did a slow transition of everything. And I just try to make sure that what I eat, I have a well balanced thing of vegetables, or if there's some healthy carbs, protein. And again, I'm already start to see a difference in my just
Yeah.
overall energy. And like, thank God I don't have stomach pains anymore because that was
Are
just
are you lacto ovo? Like what's the classification for you?
for me.
Yeah. Like
I,
what are you having? You're having something outside of just vegetables, right?
oh
Fish?
yeah,
No fish?
nope, just I'm vegetarian. I probably have
Eggs?
once in a blue moon.
Dairy?
Dairy
Once
is
in a while. No.
very little cheese
Okay.
because it
But
actually
they have
no
vegan.
no no I
options.
do have it, but like I don't like I have vegan cheddar, like their cheddar cheese.
Well, I'm just curious because there is, of course, a spectrum where it comes to this, right? You can be totally on one side.
It is, but to tell you the truth, now that if I have dairy, it actually hurts my stomach. Like
Yeah.
I stopped having dairy because it's high, it's very inflammatory, and I have endometriosis, and that really flares it up and causes pain. And since reducing it, yeah, I still have pain once a month, and but it's not as severe as it used to be, where I would be crippled for a week. Like I couldn't leave my bed because I was in so much pain. So making small changes, and again, ideally, we also shouldn't be having milk.
Yeah, I've been thinking about
Yeah.
it and saying, like, realistically, no one should be having, I believe it's after the age of 1, no one should be really consuming any milk product because it just is not, you're not supposed to do it. It doesn't,
Yeah.
it's not, it doesn't.
Yeah, we lose our ability, like we use the enzymes to do it as we get older. So usually for people around 20, actually, that they lose the ability to break it down, right? And this is why so many people have these lactose issues, right, when they're a little bit older. But I think what you said, Amanda, before, and yourself, Lily, like you need to try out, you need to find what works for you specifically. Some people it's eggs and they can't, and they don't feel well. Some people it's grains and they don't feel well. Some people it's lactose, whatever it is, right? So you have to sort of, I'm a big proponent in trying things out. eliminating things that you feel might be causing you issues. And this is why I'm a proponent of sometimes tracking your food, because then at least you have a log and you can look back at, what was it that may have given me an issue? Because I'm really feeling it today. What did I have yesterday? Right. So this is why always at the beginning, when I work with somebody, I ask them to do a little bit of tracking just to build that awareness and understand what is it that's causing these concerns, right? Because everyone's different, as you guys have mentioned.
Exactly.
That's why I say, like, I try eliminating one thing first, or maybe like I stop having something for a few weeks and see if there's any progress, or I'm still feeling, if I was still feeling sluggish or bloated or whatever it was. And again, it's just trial and error at this point, but I felt this for myself, how I did it, it's worked best for me. And I feel a positive result from it.
That's good.
Yeah.
See, I can't. There's so many things. I'm just a special person. I'm just so special. And I can't have fruits, and I'm lactose intolerant. So there's just so many things that I have to be very, very mindful of. And it's important to get and double check and make sure what you can have and do all the testing possible so that you can lead the best life, right? Like I do my allergy tests all the time. I learned I was lactose, had to cut that out. I'm allergic to eggs. I can't freaking eat. What do I eat? No wonder I look.
But does that make your life easier? Because that there's all these things you can have, and these are my 8 things that I can have, or no?
So for me, yes, it makes it easier because I know what I can eat. I know what I can consume. I know how much I can consume of it. And of course, if I'm home, I'm going to have a little bit of milk in my coffee. I'm home, right. So if there's any, for any other lactose intolerant people out here, we all know there's emergencies. I'm comfortable where I am. However, it is a little bit frustrating because there are those dishes that, at a restaurant that I can't have, and I have to substitute other things out. And sometimes, it's not possible. So I find, and Lily can contest that when I go to certain restaurants, I'm getting just the salmon, or I'm just getting, pasta, because that's really all I can eat without having some sort of episode later. Right. So not having a gallbladder really sucks. And I have to be very mindful when I'm out as well of all the fat how much fat I'm consuming in my diet, because that leads to bloating and pain and just it's not fun. It's not fun at all.
So I like the fact that you guys are very aware of this kind of stuff, because a lot of times people, they haven't really done this sort of reflection, this testing, and then they just sort of follow whatever they hear, right? But I appreciate that about you two, because you guys have done your research, you've started to do some experimentation to sort out what's the best thing for you guys.
We're definitely smart in that department.